What's up guys, welcome back to another video, and sorry my late game looked like shit, but oh well. Anyways, just a quick update on the new changes. Right, so pretty much everything is what they promised us, but the only problem I have with it is on the patch note, the information was wrong. Like many of them were wrong or just misplaced. Okay, so yeah, I don't even know what they're doing with their life. But anyway, let's talk about the changes. If you guys are not aware of it yet, then this row is still the same. As for this row, your C overall will have less cooldown, but also get nerfed. Now, what I mean with nerf is instead of having about 3 seconds of iframe, right? So like during that 2-ish second, you are going to have reses, like infinite reses, right? But instead, now with the new C, you will have resist damage and status effect 5 times over 5 seconds. So that is pretty much the new here. And it will count, like the cooldown will be, will change according to what challenge you take, obviously. But that's pretty much it for the second row. As for this row, still the same. This row we have a big change. So this one have been nerfed, overall nerf, I would say. If you have lower cooldown now, you still do the same thing, but the only thing that is, well, the duration have been reduced to 5 seconds from 12 seconds, and also only 5 times from previous one, which is 6 times. But anyway, overall it is a nerf. The cooldown is lower, yes, but you cannot reset it with your weapon stack. So yeah, that sucks for anyone that playing with it. As for this one, it have been, well, buff, I guess, because now instead of 3 minutes, I think it was before, you only have 1 minute and 30 seconds. I'm not very sure of it, but yeah, it's not really important. Like not many people using this shit anyway, so it doesn't really matter. But anyway, as for the last round, as I said in the previous video, deep cut will not be 24 seconds anymore, but instead it's gonna have 12 seconds and decrease damage taken by 25%, which is little to nothing if I'm gonna be honest. That is kind of sad, to be honest, but yeah, I mean, still, it is still AoE skill. All of these still gonna be AoE skill, and they're gonna piece through parry and all that stuff. So yeah, it's still decent. I would say it will not be the best like before, but still decent. And this one will still be immortality, so that is good. Otherwise we have our number 3 skill. Oh, also your C now doesn't give you iframe anymore, sadly. But instead you can use it mainly for iframe purpose now, defensive purpose, instead of high risk high reward like before. So that's it, yeah. But instead your number 3 skill, right, will give you 1 phantom mark every time you use it, which is great, actually very good. Okay, so instead of before when you sometimes can use your EC for 1 more mark, now you can always use your number 3 skill, your whatever it's called again, phantom shuriken, in order to aka get more mark slash damage. You don't have to worry too much about it. So you can get 1 more mark more often because it is always up on cooldown, instead of this one is always like down. It's like always on cooldown all the time, most of the time, because it have such a long cooldown, mostly why. But anyway, your X will not consume phantom mark anymore, which is a very good thing. Because before, one of the things that I said in the previous video is that whenever you are in your phantom, you want to pull out 4 Night River, right? Now that is not going to be a, well, now this is not going to be a problem anymore, because your X not going to consume anything and you don't have to save it for last. You can just use it whenever you want to. And also your X only have 12 second cooldown now because of the social that will give you cooldown reduction on your nightmare, or just your X in general. But yeah, guys, overall I would say I have tested it today. As you can see, the dummy have also gained some more health. So yeah, it's not gonna be DPS test, you know, like easy DPS test we had before. But anyway, I tested today, and when I reached, you know, 1 billion HP down, I got about 5.6, 5.7 ish. So I would say it's about 10 to 11% of damage increase overall for the assassin third spec, which is crazy to be honest. It's like getting another badge. That is how great it is, and it's also much more smoother than before. So in the previous badge, right, you have to be behind the target in order to get you know, full phantom mark without using your 4 twice. Now, since that your phantom and your number 3 skill inside phantom mode also give you phantom mark, it will be more forgiven, but it doesn't mean that you don't want to have, you know, 5 marks before you go in. You still want to have 5 marks, right? You still want to have 5 mark, and then when transform you have full mark. You want to save your number 3 after you use your first Night Reaver. So use your Night Reaver first, use your 3, use your LMB, and you will have full mark again. And then from there, it goes from there, right? So that is pretty much the changes of third spec assassin for now. Use your C carefully. So on some dungeon, it have been, well, nerfed. Basically in H0, for example, on the second boss, whenever the boss spin, you will get knocked back. It will apply to assassin as well now, so your C will not work anymore. Also the stun from a cathedral cliff thing from the last boss will also stun you now. So yeah, be careful not to waste it on the thing that you thought it would work, but it will not. Alright, so that's it for this video, guys. Just a quick update. I will see you in the next one. See y'all. Peace out.